Yes, everybody, this is our biggest poetry slam of the year. Give yourselves a round of claps and snap.
Hi, I'm Cassandra, and I've got 3 poems for you today.
Wow, 3.
The first one is called Dignified. Go. Dignified. You act as if you're so dignified, looking down on the common fool, so serious in everything you do. But comedy is important too. Laughter heals and sometimes reveals the truth. You think you're so much above everyone, but you can't see our common needs unite us, and in them we are one. Sometimes we bow our heads while you hold yours up high. You walk and dress with such pride, you can barely hold your judgments inside. Everyone is entitled to be treated to human dignity, even if it's just for living, for experiencing and feeling, especially when turmoil leaves us empty-handed and reeling. Anyone can end up a refugee. You're stern and unforgiving, such a forbidding way of living. Why not see the lighter side once in a while? You always think that you're in charge, carrying authority like a weapon, when people just want peace and love. There's no room for authoritarianism in our heavens. You believe that every minute must be scheduled, but we want to take our time. You're so obsessed with being worthy of the dignity that is your birthright that you can't just relax and have a good time. You want to exalt yourself above the common man, who understands better than you can, that it's not keeping score that counts, but living every day to its fullest that makes for a worthy life, that he who bows his head can see the ground upon which he stands, and feel secure amidst tumult and strife. Thank you. Okay, and this one is called Losing Streak. I've been on a losing streak, waiting for my troubles to recede. Nothing I do turns out right. I struggle to perceive it, but I can't see the light. I've been dealt a bad hand, and playing the game has lost its luster. I feel so alone even in the company of others. Everything is overwhelming, an assault on the senses. I get up only to get kicked down again. Danger lurks everywhere I've been. It bothers me now what could have happened. It stops my heart for a second and freezes my soul. When bad luck will catch up to me, I don't know. I'm afraid to take a chance. Even though I know that the outcomes are random, I'm a slave to circumstance. There's nothing I can do to make things go my way. Each day lately has been an accursed day. The wheel of fortune spins around. There's nothing left to say. What I win now, I will lose another way. I need someone to tell me everything will be okay, because I can't twist the arm of fate. I will hopefully survive as the wheel makes another turn. Will all my prayers and petitions be spurned? I'll leave it to a higher power. No sense taking it so hard when I bite into the sour. I just can't win, but I'll get by, even if I sometimes cry. With a bruised heart and philosophical mind, eventually my tears will dry. This losing streak will end some way, sometime, and I will be fine. It's waiting that's the hardest part, waiting for good fortune to start. Third one is called Ennui. The wind whips through the still bare trees, and I'm haunted by a feeling of vague unease. Not still winter, but not yet spring. Dark thoughts plague me and uncomfortable memories. Here stand the facts of my life, unadorned. I'm sad, I'm angry, I'm even bored, with comparing what was for what it had the potential to be. I guess that's why they call it ennui. Naked as a star against the ebony sky. It's hard to laugh and even harder to cry. I can't see the future, no foreshadowing, aiming at nothing I had any chance of being. Looking at the world through tinted windows, I feel safe in the shadows. When gloom becomes alive and mediates its own world, I seem to vanish then appear again, without any sense of why or when. The tentacles of desire hold me in their grip. How I long to emerge into the sun again, crawling through this half-lit den. The cold wraps itself around me. How I long to be in your company, facing the bleak turns of my mind, wondering why life must be so unkind. Even the best it gives can be taken away, leaving you hurting night and day. These crevices that make up my psyche hide terrors from the light. I want to believe that the truth will set me free, so I fight the lies that obscure the demons, cringing from the sight. I feel so lost and empty, a pale reflection of myself, realizing all that's good can become a living hell. So I stand here subdued, looking back on tragedy, trying to finally see the harsh things it did to me and let go of the pain that once threatened to drive me insane. I want to believe in a better day and to avoid throwing my life away. I wrote a rhyme about how I feel. Once I stood strong, but I was brought to kneel. My emotions are a broken paradise. First they drowned me, then brought me back to life. If you see me out of sorts, I'm battling an evil and grasping force. In the dark and in the know, lucidity it comes and goes, awakening a fear of both the known and unknown. That's it. Thank you so much.
I will be reading an excerpt from the beautiful book, The Mirror, by UR2004. Gotcha. Can you help me with research on Miranda Keller? I want to find more information about a mirror she owned. The lady at the desk looks back at her. You come to the right place, Moonset. Moonset? You look like Moonset. I remember the news team. I spent hours with them. Let me see. I know I made a special file. I hope I didn't delete it. She clicks at the computer. Here we go. Oh my God. You have to see this. She turns the monitor so Brandy could see. That looks like me. Yeah, I was just joking about Moonset because you are dressed hippie style, but this is uncanny. Hey, can you zoom? Yeah, they both looked and zoomed in on the areas. The clothes and jewelry are exact. They could see the face is different, but her hair in braids was exact. Okay, the lady at the desk clicks and looks at her files. No one touched these. I have them locked. Sorry, I thought you were part of a prank. No, I am shocked as much as you. But this morning, it was like someone was moving my hands as I braided my hair. I will give you a complete printout. Let's see. 37 pages, 20 cents a page. Is that okay? Yeah, thank you so much. Good price. I will throw in the full 8x10 photo print for free. Maybe you can frame it. As she was sitting on the bus, she looked over and over, all the clothes and jewelry. Then she starts to think back how weird it was in the years of collecting, how these pieces were offered to her at a price she couldn't refuse, like the top from $12 down to $5, the mirror from $575 to $210. Was it a ghost, or spirits, or angels? What Hendrix song do you like the best? Sorry. Brandy turns to a guy sitting across the aisle from her. Jimmy song. Oh, I don't know his music much. I'm sorry if I'm staring, but you look so much like the girl in the bottom left corner of a poster I have on my wall. You mean this girl? Brandy hands the guy the photo. Yeah, that is her, I think. But in this picture, she's not smiling. In the poster, she is smiling. I sometimes think she is smiling at me. As weird as it sounds, I would say that it is very possible, after all, the weird stuff that has happened to me in the last 2 days. Really? Do you know what her name is? Are you doing something, some sort of look-alike thing? Her hippie name is Moonset, but I never read all the stuff to find out her real name. Cool, Moonset.
I'm going to read two of Brittany Fox's first. This one's called Our Ascendants. Our ascendants managed to mathematically sculpt our future within their time lapse. The deceased confidently speak from the dead as we trip over their evolutionary traps. They are claiming their victories while clinking their wine glasses, trusting in their blueprints that evolution has minecrafted. I doubt that our ancestors could say that their visions and tactics were voraciously reenacted. Based off the state of our current condition that has been horribly overdrafted, with a great deal of controversial confusion, not to mention on a global basis we're paying for history's lack of humanity, as we chase the inevitable storms that our ancestors wanted us to see. We follow the agendas that braided our future with too much adversity and not enough room for elasticity. We've been left to agree to disagree about the direction and development of our ecosystem. That's the first one. Came off better earlier on, didn't it? Yeah. This one's called Somebody. There isn't a bed made of roses in these four walls that I'm living in, and there isn't a lock to pick on the door. Just outside there is a road to nowhere. It has its curves and four-way stops. There are outdated signs leading to me, as well as a broken bridge. Inside there is somebody in the mirror looking at me with whom I'm trying to grow familiar. But sometimes she feels light years away, and I beside myself, if you will. I see her eyes holding back a raging storm in which she has been forever lost. Dusty curtains frame the window to her soul, and there are cobwebs growing in her heart. Birds have started forming nests in the corners of her mind as she stands there as still as time. As I stare into the eyes of amnesia, I cringe at the potholes it's left in my soul. The light is still on, but I'm waiting for somebody to come back home. Every day I trace my footsteps back to myself through the fog, but it's a long way when you don't know where you're going, and you're without a sense of which way's up. It's like when you're going down a dark street with no traffic lights, and you're hoping you don't hit a deer. I am aware I'm alone on a road that's less traveled, looking for anything that will remind me who I am. Okay, this is my poetry now. This one's called Baptism of a Transient, and all my poems the glory of God and to Gwyneth with love.
Yeah.
Thank you. Where shadows break feet of concrete, bark on a winter tree tells tales, people duck away. Love reaches its heights in a handshake, sweat is like hair gel, clothes never fit. Families offer a closed fist, friends hang in suspense. Stepping into church with pants around his hips, having to wonder about his intentions he has as he nears the altar. Danger seems imminent, everyone tries to look away. Love seems suspended, order rides high. Lines of definition seem to break. Service is well underway. Humanity is like a birdcage. To turn away has many meanings. Pictures are taken to capture two dimensions. The burden seems on his shoulders. Rain falling from high-rises curves his back, slouching forward from the weight of civilization. White roses sit in the gutter. Something snaps at his heels. Death is in the paper it's written on, like a child earning pocket change. An inefficient canoe trip, losing hands in lake water. Eyebrows dissolve in a quick swim. A kind of new identity is waited for. A layer of the city opens the doors. His pants walk the center aisle. Time stands still like an old movie about police. Holding his pants with his hands seems to fail. There seems no irony intended. The incandescent glow of Anglicanism seems to fall in on itself. The rector takes him aside. There is a short talk in the vestry. He agrees to become baptized. Even his pants are properly fitting him now. He is dipped into the horse trough. The church shines of the peace and of the embracing rector. The water is cold, but it's a warm summer day. Two others were planned to be baptized. The world comes to life like more than us were celebrating. Not much more than a smile on everyone, but sometimes subtlety is power. And like a spirit, he was gone. A spirit of a better world we will always know. Summer had a miracle to it, like the inspired choice of the priest. Emerald seems as common as leaves. The church was made of rubies. A man we always see as the next stranger walks away. And the weight of civilization that he carries is now his responsibility. This one's called Four Blossomings of African Violets. The flowers were blossomed when I got them. It would hurt a lot without you. It would hurt a long time without you. The flowers blossomed a second time. I look to the sky and it's blue and it's like a dome. It's like a special home. The ground is good for walking on. It's green and brown and it keeps me walking on. I could keep walking and never find where I started. I could get lost in the mountains and laugh every day. I could dance in a garden and never understand why I had to stop. Love can rain down on me, and if it stopped, I would love it more when it happened again. The violence blossomed a second time. I saw that love was special, that it's like the ones we unwrap. It's a tender smile that's not always there. And you wait for a moment, accepting the pain as part of life. Then you smile again, under the Easter egg sky, in the land full of life and animals and life. Honesty about pain is a doorway to truth, a doorway to true pleasure. The world goes on forever when it gets smaller and smaller, and when it keeps getting bigger. The journey through the doorway is the step where letting life happen begins. Talking to small people can make everything bigger. Talking to big people can make everything smaller. Size is only part of it, and the journey is set free. The violets blossomed a fourth time, and mystery flew away like a bird, free into the world. The petals were like butterflies. Love so tender carried them away. So the gift out of my control is the reality. I didn't dance on the sky, but I danced so it would know I wanted its wind to flirt with flowers and all release. The wind inside a fragile shell always comes back, and clothes like dead birds on the sidewalk can teach poetry, because I'm at the mercy of words. The sundial is next to a castle, and gardens open the way to deep forests. The violet so powerfully gave me a gift. How do I say I'm strong enough for what comes next, except in ways of submission and forgiveness? Then all my hopes ride on tender words, hidden on children, who courageously keep looking, with the ironic smile on adults, who watch them see all the things to say, with words already there, as small as a blossom that might reveal the sky.
Appreciate it.
All right, I got a couple of things I'm going to read today. They're from my upcoming book. So, yeah, called My First Responders. That's will be the name of my second book when it comes out. So this one's called My Voices. It's a rhyming one. The voices in my life, they have me in their grip. So loud inside my head, my sanity may slip. Whispered are the lies as they echo in my brain. Muted is the truth as if it goes against the grain. Gruff are the crazed ideas lining all the pages. Reason has been sidelined by rip-roaring rages. Guttural are the urges that are in my sight, taking away all my senses of what is right. The booming sounds multiply as the days go by. Hoarse my own voice becomes no matter how I try. How insidious the gift of a cheerful smile, covering up the screams, if only for a while. This next one's a little cheerier. It's called Half Full. It's a prose, and we're going to be discussing the glass half full. All right. I am sitting here staring at a glass of water. It is ordinary tap water in an ordinary glass, yet it is the subject of heated debates. Is the glass half empty or half full? To view it as half empty instills a feeling of loss to me. At one time the glass was full, but what is left is less desirable. To view it as half full gives me a sense of potential for it to be filled again. There is value in what we have and what we might gain. The same goes for my life. I have lost and gained things over time. The losses make what is left more valuable to me. To view my life as half empty cheapens what I do have. It is half full with the potential to become fuller. My life is also never empty. To be empty is to be without hope, and I still have hope. So my glass of water will always be viewed as half full. Okay, and this last one is a definition poem where I break down a word and what it means to me. This one's called Just Breathe. Breathe, to gasp for air, a ragged inhalation. Breathing is not always so easy to do. Fast is how it goes when panic sets in, slow at how it feels when I try to recover. The rasp in my chest speaks volumes. The oxygen intake is short and shallow. Deep is how I wish I could draw air in. Long is how I want to take a breath. The wheezing is felt in my core being. My sluggish system takes time to reboot. Breathe, to gulp for air, a focused exhalation. The ability to breathe is taken for granted. Thank you.
Okay, this is U2 or Universal Tempo. U2, U-TWO, or I call this Universal Tempo. I was watching a TV show done in Paris with the band U2 performing their music, and the quality and quantity of the artists was superb in detail and performance, instrumental and lyric. They played in a huge stadium filled with fans, songs from their most popular albums, which all loved, judging by the audience's reaction and applause, and it kept the show going, pushing and shoved. Certainly everyone in the band and everyone besides was catapulted by their mutual encounter of music and its enjoyment of production and reception, which was a two-way street enjoyable of love. Bono was the lead singer. Bono as the lead singer was masterful in his vocal renditions, which were done with great heart and soul and an ability to pierce the audience's appreciation of them like an arrow in their heart. As for the two guitarists, their skills at their instrumentation and vocalization were exemplary, and backed up Bono as lead singer skillfully with preciseness and quantity and quality. As for the percussionist, who was the first one to perform with a snare drum and later on a drum set, I would have to say I don't think he lost a beat and was having a bash and also on target.
Guys, this is my first time doing this. Like I do rap, like I am a rap artist. I've been rapping since I was 15 years old. I come here to do some art here and there, but even though I'm not good at it, I always try my best at it. Like I told Ali over here, so I got my albums out there being dry right now as we speak. So while I was here, I wrote my rhymes back there. So I hope you guys will enjoy it. I know some poems were happy, some of them were sad, but this point is much of a jamming section type of song. So I'm gonna see if I could record it. I think at some point, like maybe I'll do a music video for you guys for it. So this is just a song called "My New Poetry." That's the name of the song for you guys. So I hope you guys will enjoy it. Guys, hope you guys enjoy it. Yeah. Yo, Artbeat, thank you for having me. As you can see, poetry we do agree. I am like the Hulk, I have pure rage. 29 years of age, I rap on the stage. Yo, Artbeat, I thank you for having me. As you can see, yeah, we do agree. I am like the Hulk, I am pure with the rage. 29 years of age, I am rapping on the stage. My pure microphone is my throne. Hip-hop keeps me in the zone. Yeah, rough and tough, can be like Donkey Kong, bouncing like ping pong, we got along. So you guys liking it so far? Yeah. Okay, so this is the next verse. That's what I just wrote. Want to put your hands in the air? Put your hands in the air. Wave like you just don't care. Still, so, yeah. Okay, so here's the next verse. Crazy and bizarre, race like a NASCAR. I love rapping, electric is zapping. The Flash is running, does a lot of lapping. Yeah, it's true, see it from my point of view. The sky clean glow just like a rainbow. Yeah, that is what I really mean, yo. Music is all I know, I wear black like Batman. My record deal is my plan. That's it, guys, thank you.
On that note, what a special poetry slam we've had. You got us moving, you got us grooving.
See, you can sit and dance.
You can sit and dance, and that was our longest poetry slam to date. Thank you, everyone. Give yourselves a round of snaps and claps. You did it! You did it! Same time, same bad channel.